Certain aspects of your life are already on camera. So if you feel the need, go ahead and record what you must. All right. We live in a world today where everything is already on camera. And you have people playing for the other side that have access to that footage that could possibly delete, re-upload, play around with, make it look like you're not really who you claim to be or what your purpose was there being, what you were doing there in the first place, things like that. So, long story short, all right, there was this guy, and you know me, I'm not a big news head, so somebody posts in the comments the names and places and everything. Long story short, there was this black guy walking around Whole Foods, not just walking, but purchasing. He was a customer, and something told that man to put his camera on because he felt he was being harassed. And whether he knows it or not, he may actually be a TI. A lot of people are. They're not aware of it. They may not know. Some of us found ourselves in that same position early in our career, I guess you could say, as a TI, but most people, they may not be aware if they don't see any correlation between how they feel or how people treat them, the places they go. They may not be making the connection. They may not be bridging any gaps. So long story short, the gentleman who was trying to, not trying, but who was a full-blown patron of Whole Foods was followed around Whole Foods. And I don't want to seem racist, but we have a lot of people who are, I guess, second, third, fourth generation immigrants, and they're starting to feel themselves. You know, we have a lot of, Mexican Americans, a lot of other Americans that are, I guess, maybe second, third generation, maybe they're even first generation. But what happens is, because of the status of disenfranchised people here in America labeled as black, you have people who get here, and because they're treated and receive a better treatment or a bigger bone from the dog owner, because just like these dogs right here, this is how these immigrants are acting. All right. So let's just keep it plain and simple. All right. White people here in America, Europeans, Caucasians, whatever you want to call them, a good percentage of them, right, the ones that are in positions over others, have looked down on people such as myself. And not all of them, but I would say a good majority of them have looked down on people such as myself, the jobs we had to work, the positions we had to take or chose to take, not had, because you can do anything with your situation that you choose to once you become aware of it. But there are people who look down, not that we care, because in the beginning, like fresh out of, I guess, slavery, the 19s, the 10s, 20s, the white people's opinions really dawned heavily on black folks. And we're breaking out of that spell, caring about what other people think and everything. Now we're starting to realize that it doesn't matter to focus on somebody else's opinion or what they think about you. But that's where a lot of that stems from. If you're a so-called black person, black American. But when you have other people get here because of the racism and the racist demographic here in this country, you have other white Americans that will deal with immigrants and deal with other people instead of choosing to deal with their long, loyal friends here in America called black people, called black Americans. Black people have been under, I guess you could say, I don't like to see myself as being under anything. But black people have dealt with white racism here in America for a very long time. And it doesn't do anybody any good, especially us, when other people come here and they feel that they could just deal with us, treat us, act towards us however they see the ruling or the most powerful class in power treating us. So they follow suit. All right. The master might like them because, you know, and when I say master, I mean like owner, like dog owner. The dog owner may see them because that's how he views other people. That's how these white racists view other people. They view you as a dog. All right. Whether you're black, Mexican, Chinese, Asian, Pacific Islander, whatever the hell you think you are, these white folks view you as a dog if they are racist and if that's how they get down. And like I said, not all of them behave that way, but a good majority of them do. So with that being said, you have other people who will come to this country, and primarily I see it now with a lot of Mexicans, and we've been seeing it with a lot of other people as well, but a lot of Hispanics come over here, and because of the status that they're able to achieve, they tend to use that as a means to look down on their colored brothers and sisters. And black folks ain't taking that. So what happened was this gentleman pulled his phone out and he recorded the young Mexican man working in the grocery store, said he was the manager. He was just a cashier or a co-worker, and he was following him around the store saying that he had stole his groceries, but he had a whole receipt. So you have people who just got here yesterday who are looking down on people who are probably even from this land and have been here the whole entire time, even before white settlers. So with that being said, you have all sorts of confusion going on. Everybody got their head between their ass and don't nobody know which end is up, except for a chosen few. So you watching this video being that chosen few, regardless of your race, color, or creed, hear me out. We have a lot of people in this country now that just got here that believe they could treat the people who are claimed or seen or viewed as being on the bottom as worse than they would treat themselves. And a lot of black folks just aren't gonna keep putting up with that or dealing with that, especially this brother I'm talking about in this video, and especially this brother recording this video. So the thing that happened is he pulled his phone out and he recorded them, and now he got him a lawsuit. All right, so if you're facing discrimination, don't just let it happen. We live in a world today where you can sue people, you can get some bread, you can get a check, you can get paid for that discrimination. They hating on you, you can get paid for that. They're racist, you can get paid for that. All right, they hate you and they show you and let you know you. You can get checked for that. So certain aspects of your life, if you are TI or if you face racial discrimination on a daily basis and you're tired of it, one of the best things that you could do instead of getting upset, getting irate, getting mad or trying to get back at other people, screw trying to get back at other people, screw trying to prove what they're doing, record them, record their dog ass, all right, and let the whole world know, all right, that they're, racially discriminating against you. And that's what this brother did. All right, now he got a whole lawsuit against Whole Foods. So when these companies are holding their employees accountable for racism and harassment and how they treat other people, all right, somebody has to, and that somebody is the person that they're doing it to. We live in a world today where, because no one's getting whipped, no one's in chains, black people can work besides these other, racist people and people who think they aren't racist but actually are. Shout out to the people who actually aren't racist. All right. We live in a world today where, because black people have achieved a certain status or certain liberties, that some people would say, oh, there's no racism anymore. What are you complaining about? There's no complaining that needs to happen. But the truth needs to be told. Why complain when you can do something about your situation? So if you want to do something about your situation, don't feel ashamed. Don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged to call out what's wrong. because it's racist. Oh, I don't want to offend any of these good white folks. I don't want to offend any of these good other folks. All right. Racial discrimination is wrong. Targeting, harassment is wrong, regardless of your race or anything like that. These things aren't right. So you have civil liberties that you have a right to uphold, and those civil liberties that you have a right to uphold is to not be harassed, to not be stalked, to not be followed around a store, especially when you're paying for things, you're buying things, you're a full-blown patron for this person's business. And you never know, the person who owns this business probably isn't aware of that. But just because you're not aware of something doesn't mean that you're aiding in it. Are you checking on it, or are you just letting it happen? A lot of these businesses are unaware, and they're just letting it happen. They're just letting the racism take place. But this brother wasn't having it, and I suggest you not have it either. He filed a lawsuit against a dog ass. So that's going to make them think twice. And if it doesn't make them think twice, it at least show them that, hey, there's something that can be done here. You may not want to handle the situation the way you handled it. So when you have people who feel that they could just do whatever they want and handle the situation the way they handle it, it stems from them trying to be a good dog to the master, a good dog to their owner. Woof woof. You know, they get a bigger bone. Bone may have some diamonds in it, may be all gold, may sparkle, shimmer, sham. You're still a dog. You're still receiving a bone. You still got a master that you answer to. Just because your skin may be of a different hue, or you may have a different tongue or be of a different race or creed, doesn't make you any better than the people that you feel you need to put down on the everyday basis. And these people will argue with you. They'll say things about you, but all the while saying they're not racist and that you're this, you're that. They're showing their true colors. So you'll have people who will say, oh, I'm not this, or I'm not that, or I wasn't doing this, but they're willing to get into a whole argument with you when all you're doing is just either stating facts or just telling them what they did and making them aware that what they did wasn't right and is wrong. So there are certain aspects of your life that you may have to record. If you don't have a normal life, we live in a day and age where things are recorded, things are on camera. Why not pull out your camera phone? Don't feel awkward. Don't feel weird. If you need to record your goings and comings to the store or anything like that, so be it. People need to mind their business and focus on themselves, because that's the best thing a person can do, is just mind their business and focus on themselves. When you have people who don't mind their business and focus on themselves, hey, you have the right to tell them to. You can tell people to mind their business or to focus on themselves. But the thing is, people who harass other people, they don't. People who are racist, they don't. They're not going to oblige to that. They think you have no rights still, while saying everything's equal now. We just want to treat you. How's everything equal when you just want to continue to treat people the way that you feel they deserve to be treated? Don't let people treat you the way they feel you deserve to be treated. Screw them. All right. I'm not going to be harassed wherever I go. I'm not going to have people follow me or mistreat me or think I deserve some type of treatment. That's wicked. I'm not going to deal with it. All right, I'm going to pull my camera phone out. I'm going to catch you on camera, on the camera. All right, I'm going to catch you on the eye of God, and I'm going to sue your ass. So keep your phones charged. Keep your batteries charged. All right, and if you must, hey, keep your camera phone out. People can say what they want about you, but if they have something to say about you that's bad, according to you just wanting your civil liberties, then hey, they're probably not your friend anyway. They're probably not for you anyway. You shouldn't give a damn about them. So a lot of people may call this complaining. A lot of people may have their opinion about what I'm saying or how they feel about this, but it's to the point where, I mean, I never gave a damn to begin with, but it's to the point now where, I just don't give a damn. You deal with stuff for a while. You see things aren't going to change. You see people are going to just continue to be and do what they want. Then you have to take things up in your own hands. Maybe you got to file some lawsuits. Maybe you got to file some paperwork. Maybe you got to catch some people on camera to make people get their act together, to make people get their act in order. All right, because otherwise they're just going to continue to behave the same way and think that you deserve to accept it when you don't. So They followed this dude around the whole store, whole time he was shopping. They followed him after he paid for his stuff. He's about to walk out, and the dude asked him for a receipt. And not only did he ask him for a receipt, he either did something along the lines of, he said that he stole the food or he didn't pay for it, and he got a whole receipt in his hand. So basically, dude, the brother is suing them for racial discrimination. And I applaud him. That was smart. He had his camera phone out. He did what he needed to do. He didn't give them no attitude. He didn't start no trouble with them. He didn't get into no fight with them. Brother just pulled his camera phone out and started recording. And that's what I suggest everybody do, regardless of what you look like or what your race is. People aren't doing you right, record them, because it's their word against yours. And if they're part of this program, if they're part of this system, you already know which side they're going to be on. You already know which side the system is going to be on. It's been plenty of times where things that happened to me weren't right, and because of how I handled it was the only way that I got out of it. If I had recorded it, it probably would have been a little different. If I got it on camera, it would have been a little different. If people don't want you shopping there, you probably shouldn't be there anyway. I mean, you probably shouldn't be giving them your money anyway. Me personally, I feel Whole Foods should be boycotted. I feel that, any place where this is allowed and they think it's okay to treat people like this and to do people like that are paying you good money for, your half-ass food and groceries. Half this stuff don't even have seeds. Half this stuff only stays fresh for about 3 days, 2 days. So it's up to you whether you want to, take part in this or not. You may just want to get the hell out of there and go home. I understand. But instead of getting upset, instead of being angry and sitting about it and wishing you did something about it, be proactive, do something about it, pull your camera phone out and record them. Nobody should be harassed trying to buy groceries. Nobody should be followed around the store trying to buy things. That'll make somebody want to steal from you. That'll make somebody want to take from you because you're taking something from someone else and no one cares about it. The people in the store see it. And the crazy part is a lot of the people who work at the store are already on it before you even get in the damn door. They try to act busy and act like they're pushing a cart around or breaking down some boxes or working in a certain area. But in low key, you know what time it is. When people behave strangely enough around you, you can pick up on the behavior because you already know. You've seen this before. They can only do this. They don't have too many tricks up their sleeve. All right, it's only one playbook that they have. It's the same plays. Imagine watching a sports game, a football game, and they running the same play. Hail Mary every time. Hail Mary. Hail Mary every time. You're going to be able to pick up on it after a while. Okay, we know this play. They can only pass it to him, or him. Or they could try to do whatever else they do in sports. I'm so focused on trying to get my life together, my situation, how I want it. I really don't have time for those things. But there are certain things that I'm interested in that when I do have time, I make time for them. But if it's not success, then I'm really not too interested in it as heavy. But when it comes to things like this, I have nothing but time. I have nothing but time. I will most likely be pulling either my camera phone out or getting a body cam. I haven't got around to it yet. I just thought it was something that I could not focus on or something that I could just work through. But I believe a body cam is very important, because people just want to behave however they want. You have people out here that want to be white. I'm just going to keep it real with you. You have people out here that want to be white, wish they was white and black at the same time. They don't know what the hell they want to be. They want to dress black and steal everything that they see us do and how we dress and how we live and walk and talk and wear our everything. But then they want the same power and to try to build the same similar power structure as these devils out here. All right. So it really doesn't leave much breathing room when you have a situation such as this. You just have to you have to do what is necessary, and what's necessary is getting people off your back, getting people's foot off your neck, having people not breathe down your neck. If they're allowing this in their store for you to be harassed and have your rights violated, you have every right to violate them back in some type of way. But I promote a legal way of getting them back, which is possibly recording them, getting enough footage, getting enough evidence. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Getting enough evidence to where you could just file a suit against them. All right. Nobody, while they're trying to get their finances together with what they have to work with, you don't know what people are going through, but they don't care. You could be going through anything in the world, but they don't have that compassion. They don't have that empathy. They just want to harass, stalk, make you, trigger you, ruin your experience there at their store. So imagine having to pay for things that are already overpriced, and on top of that, having to be harassed while you're just trying to get your stuff and go. You're not there to cause a problem. You're not there to bother anyone, but you have people who don't respect your rights. You have people who don't respect you as a person. You have people who feel that they could just treat you however it is they want. All right. And when it comes down to the stalking, if it happens when you're trying to shop, you're going to see people getting in your way. This, like, nobody gets in somebody's way multiple times in a store. You may walk past someone, you may be in the same aisle as someone, but when somebody keeps watching where you're about to go and they show up there, you know that person's following you. As soon as you look at something, this person is letting you know that they were watching you the whole time by being in the area, the direction, right in front of whatever it is, noise campaign, whatever it is you were about to get before you got it. All right, this just happened the other day. Trying to get some things, trying to buy a few things, same people keep popping up in front of you before you could even walk to what you're about to get, because they're watching you look at it. So they're putting themselves there to try to create a problem between you and them while acting like they're not doing anything. So just let them go. But yeah, this ain't one of them videos. We're not just gonna let them go. We're gonna let them go, but not without them being on candid camera. All right, they follow you around the store, they harass you around the store, don't even say anything. Pull your camera phone out. Once you get enough evidence, if you want, hey, go to the manager. If they don't care about it, if they don't feel any type of way about it, file a lawsuit on them. People are going to learn that everybody's got a camera today. People have camera phones. Everything is on camera. You're going to treat somebody in the wrong way and think you can get away with it in today's world that we live in. You're wrong. You might think you can. You might feel you can. You might want to. You might feel you have the right to, but you really don't. And people are going to start standing up for themselves. People are not going to put up with this. Once ways get figured out on how to handle situations like this, with the world we live in today, with social media, as fast as things get spread and as easy as it is to be able to learn how to deal with a situation, people are picking up game. All right, so their time is running out. Keep your phone charged, keep your batteries plugged in, keep a charger on you at all times. All right, not only just charge your phone, but charge your charger. You may need to carry a charger on you, so that way your phone can always be charged, and you won't have to worry about not being able to record these devils when you need to. All right, whatever kind of devil they want to be. It's a whole bunch of colors in the rainbow. You got all different sorts of devils out here today. All right, but we try to look at people as friends. Try to see the best in people. Try not to look for things like this, but if you see something happening over and over again to the point where it stresses you out, it's too strong, the evidence is too strong to be a coincidence, at this point, you may have something. But just to play it safe, as soon as you see it, as soon as you feel it, pull your phone out and just start recording. Don't wait, don't hesitate, just record them. You may feel uncomfortable doing it, but you're going to feel more uncomfortable in a situation that somebody got you into because you lost your cool. So keep your cool, keep your camera phone on at all times that you feel you need to, and record their ass. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Get that money, y'all, by any means necessary.